Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. Let's do it again. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. So, as you guys know, holidays are a tricky time for me emotionally. And this year, I decided to make it a little bit more joyous by using this holiday as an opportunity to raise awareness about a dangerous situation that I see day in and day out here in the Phoenix area and other places too, but especially in Phoenix. And that is the dangers of eating while driving, EWD, if you will. Yesterday, I gave somebody an EWD ticket, if you could believe it. I went to a local shopping center, and this guy was driving erratically. And when I saw him pull into the parking space, he had a hot dog that he was still eating. And as soon as he got out of eyeshot, I wrote an EWD ticket and left it on his windshield, eating while driving. And I wrote a fine of 10,000 pounds of 10 million pounds of bismuth, and so it'll raise awareness of two things, right? First, he'll understand that maybe he shouldn't be eating while driving. And second, it might inspire him to look up what bismuth even is, right? Although I should have been a little bit more specific. He might have thought it was the cryptocurrency, right? So right, maybe we should buy some of that crypto ahead of him trying to buy that, right? But whatever the situation, it makes me feel better that I have a mission going on. And I really like the concept of raising awareness about the dangers of eating while driving because it combines two big vices that I used to have: eating disorders and distracted driving. See, a lot of people get angry and defensive when I talk about the dangers of eating while driving, especially if they're already behind the wheel munching away and you bring up that maybe we shouldn't do this. Some people get extremely defensive, believe it or not. I have a colleague who we can't talk anymore because he and I used to carpool, and so I yelled at him for eating while driving, and he got very angry that time, and we haven't spoken since. Now, if you get angry about eating and driving, I think there's a good chance you have an eating disorder. Most normal eating desires can wait, right? Most people don't need to do that behind. Think about the last time you had a desire to do anything other than eat behind the wheel, or text, right? Most people have texting addiction as well. That's why we get so defensive about the idea of texting and driving, right? Would you have any desire to, I don't know, most people are quiet quitting their jobs, right? They don't want to do any work behind the wheel. Most people would never dream of doing anything else that they're not addicted to, right? Behind the wheel. If it's just a pleasurable activity, most people won't do it behind the wheel, right? I thought I would point that out. So, yeah, my colleague probably had an eating disorder. Unfortunately, too many people allow eating disorders to run their lives, right? I was just at a very upsetting situation at a board game meetup because I've been waiting 3 hours to play this board game with my so-called friends, and this one friend of mine decided he had to open a bag of Cheetos. I have milk allergies. He had to open up a bag of Cheetos right when we were about to start. And when I pointed it out to him, it's not like he apologized and went to wash his hands. No, he needed to finish it. His addiction to his Cheetos trumped his decency and his common sense, right? And that's sad when people run their lives like that, right? Now, I almost had a car accident on my way into GCU today because there was a length of chain on the road, and I'm very anxious about running over stuff these days. I blew 3 tires within the space of a couple months, and so I get a lot of anxiety about debris on the road. So I slowed down to go around it, and when I did, the car behind me ended up like 2 inches from me. And I can kind of see why we have so much debris on the road. First of all, we have a lot of construction here in Phoenix, but I think more importantly, I lived with a roommate at one point who woke up. He woke up at 3 in the morning to go to his construction job. Don't get me wrong; he's a hard worker, but the substrate of needing to get up at 3 in order to do construction probably contributes to having to eat in front of the construction crane and then not worrying about where all the messes are, right? And not to mention our culture of just not cleaning up after ourselves, our culture of of greed and get everything done, even if it leaves a mess in your wake, right? Our culture of just stuffing our face, no matter how much it affects our lives. And stop, right? Unfortunately, I went reading about this. I have yet to see a situation. I love reading some of these court cases, accidents, and all that. I've yet to see anybody bring up eating while driving or eating while operating machinery. I would love to. And so I'm making it a mission this holiday season, every day until it annoys the fuck out of everybody. I'm gonna warn: don't eat while you drive, or what you call it, EWD, eating while driving. Don't do it, right? And I'll probably write a few more tickets if I see it at the parking lots here at GCU or nearby, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum